from your perspective, what makes a good yoga teacher?
Okay. Well, I think one has to be true to oneself. We talked about communication a bit before, and as many of you would know, I'm sure have heard this, that 70% of all communication is nonverbal. And my goodness, that must be a lot because there's so many words that people use today. There's so much talking that happens. We think that everything is verbal, but when you realize that's only a paltry, a limited amount of what communication is really about. Communication. And that's an interesting word, to commune. Two words in it. It means to come together. It's the unification, communing. So communication is about bringing together, meeting another one in a way where there's no longer division or separation. I think a good yoga teacher has to be able to commune well. And that means they need to do this from every level of their experience. So first, know thyself. Isn't that what Shakespeare said? To thine own self be true. And he was an English writer and philosopher, but to thine own self be true. Most of us honestly don't know what our truth is. So how can we possibly convey that to someone else and commune and take us beyond just, the surface kind of stuff? I think it's so interesting today that people try and influence others, and you see influencers everywhere, online for everything. And everyone's kind of acting. You don't have a sense really that any of those people are genuine, are really coming from their hearts, from their essential being. It's all about posturing, you know? And if you do that, yoga's not about that kind of posture, by the way. That's not the sort of posturing that we're looking for in yoga postures. Those positions, those asanas that we use, are a means to help us bring us back to our essential nature. That's what they're for. And all the rest of it is just showboating. So a good yoga teacher, I think, needs to live from that place of being who they really are. Again, today people think that you got to look a certain way, wear a certain type of garment, have a certain kind of haircut, speak in a certain way to teach yoga. That has absolutely nothing to do with what yoga is. Not anything to do with what yoga is. Yoga is being to thine own self, be true. That's the essential quality of yoga. And it teaches us how to do that. And it requires a lot of patience. It requires courage, not just bravura and raw strength, but the kind of courage to move from where you feel resistance and aversion through that in a way that enables you to integrate in your life. And it's that capacity to begin to integrate and bring into your life all of those things that are troubles and perturbations and difficulties, to find something else in them that begins to yield a kind of knowingness and a richness. Then you're on the path to becoming a good yoga teacher. But that's got to be there.